Hi, I'm Joe Connolly of WCBS News Radio with another New York area small and mid-sized business spotlight. Our guests, Conor, Coghlan, and Brian Chu of Hoek Home, are doing what's pretty unusual. They are essentially competing against IKEA by making modular, quick assembly furniture to transform your rooms, and it can also be easily taken apart when you move as well. And the furniture is made in Brooklyn, USA. They have an office in Soho. Looks like maybe they're in their warehouse today. Guys, what gave you the confidence to start your business?
What gave us the confidence? I don't know. I think Brian and I we've studied architecture for a number of years and we practiced in the city, so we're quite experienced in building complex things. For the past 5 years, so we're very passionate about it. I think at the onset of the pandemic, we were hearing a lot of complaints from our friends and family about the shifting workforce moving home and people having difficulty with space in their apartments and setting up furniture. So we kind of challenged ourselves to see if we could create a system that made it easier for people to assemble and disassemble their furniture. So that's really where it started.
The furniture looks beautiful. Who's your target customer?
I guess that's a pretty difficult question. We've been trying to figure that out since we've started. I think it kind of, we have in our minds who the target audience is, but I think through, our sales and our reports and things like that, it kind of shifts a little bit depending on who we target our ads to. And I think, what remains consistent is that, we do see a lot of customers coming from, larger metropolitan cities like New York and on the West Coast in LA.
Here's producer Neil A. Carousso, who may be one of your target demos. Neil is a young guy who just moved, so he has some real important questions for you.
Yeah, I wish I met you guys back then, earlier this fall. So, you go through that process, you see it's so difficult, assembling furniture, it's time consuming, it's exhausting. Is that really the concept behind your business, is to simplify that?
Yeah. We wanted to create, it's not really about an aesthetic for us. It's more about a system and simplifying people's lives. And it also, revolves around this circular design methodology. So everything that we create here, we're trying to make it as sustainable as possible. And that's, about the materials we choose, how we make it, and the life cycle of the product. So we don't use any glues or adhesives. Everything can be replaced, with a screwdriver. And, that's really important to us. So that's really what we're passionate about.
I'd imagine, just talking about demographic, that a lot of young people who move a lot may be kind of your target, especially in Brooklyn. A lot of people I know move from apartment to apartment. Is it easy to disassemble and pack it up and go to a different place?
Yeah, I think that was, the main kind of idea that we wanted to hit is that, you could assemble it, disassemble it within seconds without any tools or hardware. Each time someone moves, they throw out the furniture that they don't use anymore because it's too big and bulky. They'd rather just buy a new one. So that's a kind of pain point that we wanted to resolve, is that, our furniture pieces can disassemble. You could click the legs back into the tabletop, and then you can just easily carry it away.
What are your price ranges?
So, we're still handmade here in Brooklyn, New York. So we can't really compete with the big boys on price, but we're doing our best to get as competitive as possible. So, our desk right now is retailing at $4.95 on our website. You can get coffee tables for $3.95, side tables and stools for $1.95. So we're really, we're trying as best as possible to be accessible and competitive on price point. But again, we're still pretty small and, hand manufactured here in Brooklyn. So
what's your best seller?
The home office desk, for sure. Yeah. I think that probably accounts for 60 to 70% of our sales, with so many people just working from their apartments. And it really offers a huge amount of value to have your desk set up during the week, and then say you're having friends over for you're having a party on the weekend, you just need that extra space, you just click it back together, you can hang it on the wall, you can slide it under your bed, and I think people
Click it back together.
That sounds convenient.
Where do you advertise? Where do you get customers?
So we've been doing a lot of advertising on Instagram and Facebook. Actually, that's pretty much what we've been doing to this point. And we've seen a big shift in the last couple of months. The Facebook ads are becoming much more competitive. Cost of customer acquisition has skyrocketed. And for a small business like us, it's not really sustainable anymore. So we've had to kind of cut back our marketing advertising and really rely on our own organic ads and viral video viral. We want them to go viral. Yeah, we're just relying on our organic and getting our name out there ourselves.
That's really interesting. It's Joe and I are finding that social media marketing is changing. So shed some light on that for us. If customer acquisition is too high using Facebook, and they've changed algorithms a lot, it's becoming difficult for small businesses to scale. What types of content is providing results for you so far?
So, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I think user-generated content is really helpful. We would ask our customers to send videos of themselves, assembling the desk and share it on their story. So essentially what we're trying to do is, advertise through word of mouth. We've gained, quite a following through, some partners that we work with and some advisors that have really helped us out, that are kind of very, what do you say? They're like influencers, I guess, on social media, and they help us share our posts, and they have a pretty good following as well. So we just kind of try to go through much more, more
organic.
Organic, yeah.
Less traditional ad style,
Right. And how did you find these partners? What do they do? Are they in your industry or out of it, or where'd you find partners to promote for you?
Well, so as I mentioned earlier on, both Brian and I, studied architecture for a long time, and we have a very good friend or mentor of ours, Ben Ueda, and he kind of shifted from architecture to the DIY space on YouTube. So he was one of the original YouTubers who was teaching people how to do basic woodworking and just different creative products. And he's always been a very strong mentor of ours, and we teamed up with him. We originally launched Hoek as a Kickstarter campaign, and Ben was able to help us get the word out there, get a critical mass of following, and from then it's just on kind of we've gone on to the next one and the next one. And most recently we did a fantastic collaboration with Chantel Martin, who's an amazing artist. We did a limited edition line with her, which launched in the Museum of Arts and Design in Manhattan. And we actually just reached out to her on Instagram, DM'd her. We've never met her before, but we're fans of her work. And she liked the brand, she liked the ethos of what we're doing, and it just seemed like a good fit. So that's really how we did it.
Wow, that is really interesting, and shows the importance of past contacts and not burning bridges, etc., but also reaching out to new ones. I just had one other question. There's something on your website caught my eye. It's a little thing. You had a picture of the whiteboard with ideas and everything on it, but instead of just ideas at the top of the whiteboard, it said expanded ideas. Does that actually generate people to come up with more different, better ideas?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think for us, we're still a very small design firm. We're not like a massive corporation that will take a long time to kind of shift. So we actually have outreach to our customers to hear what their experiences are with the furniture that they have, so we can take their comments and really try to fine tune and tweak certain portions of our design to come up with a new product or a new feature, or just make the product better. And because we are a small design firm, a design team, we have that ability to kind of navigate and be a little bit more nimble on the design.
Yeah, I think that's what's very unique about us as a business is we design here, but we also have a 10,000 square foot warehouse with machinery and equipment, and we can go through that design, like that design feedback manufacturing loop is faster than, because we don't have to outsource any of this manufacturing. So if a customer says, hey, I like this, we can prototype that, manufacture it here, see what works, see what doesn't, and it's so fast. So we can really get product to market much quicker than the larger big box retailers.
Yeah. And you almost have that boutique image as well, that you're making this cool stuff, and you're also a boutique maker in Brooklyn.
Mhm.
All of those are nice selling points. Great to know you, Brian and Connor, and good luck.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
so
having
much.
us on. Pleasure.